Okay, looks like Tech Team did fix the issue. So, everybody get rehyped for Solis the Wolf and BlakeProd's run of Gunfire Reborn. 2-player co-op. Take it away.
Hello there, my name is Solis the Wolf. I'm a variety streamer, and this is my first time being a part of a marathon charity event. I'm incredibly excited to be here. Hello everybody, and I'm with my great co-host and co-speedrunning buddy,
Blake, aka BlakeProd, Quebecer Protogen. Love playing competitive games, but also do a lot of speedrun. And you guys didn't hear because it was all muted, but shout out to all the tech team behind.
No,
they are doing an incredible job. But yeah, we been playing Gunfire Reborn for a lot of time, and like just Solis said, it is also my first time ever on Fastest Fur, and I am really excited to present you all this Gunfire Reborn co-op run.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna hop in the game, but this does not start the timer. We have to load into the game. We'll be in an entrance level. As we load in, we're gonna have in this entrance level. This is the only times at the end of bosses and the beginning of the start of levels will be an entrance where the timer is stopped. In this speed run, we use an in-game timer normally. These guns do not necessarily mean too much because the first several levels or stages in this game require just the foundry only to do damage. But as we ready up for this portal,
yes. So time will start when we will be able to start moving after the image, and
you ready to
go? Here we go.
Start.
So at the beginning of Gunfire Reborn, we are mainly going to start with the default weapon, which is called the Foundry. It is the only weapon that we're gonna have infinite amount of ammo, but it is the weapon that have the least amount of damage. But in the first two rooms, this is where we're gonna be able to do like a lot of damage. But when we're going to enter the third room, this is where we're gonna swap the weapon and we're gonna try to deal as much damage possible.
So when it comes to this game, we have two different things we're really looking to buff up. We look for occult scrolls, which can be gained through challenges, chests, and other at the end of boss fights. You usually get a legendary scroll. And then we're looking for ascensions, which are provided from these goblets that you get at the end of every stage, occasionally through challenges that are randomly placed in the stages. And then at the end of every boss, we get an access to a goblet, which allows us to pick from one of 3 ascension. This game is incredibly RNG based.
It is quite RNG, and you can have the best time. There's a riches on the right. You can have the best time ever. Random scrolls. That's really good. You can have the best luck ever existed, or it can be completely the opposite. But that's what makes the game very, very challenging. Is the adaptability. You need to get used to every possible mix of ascensions, of scrolls, of levels, even bosses later that we're going to talk about.
Absolutely. So this game is built up of 4 levels. Each level has a certain amount of stages, with each stage getting each level getting less stages than the one prior. So the longest stage or the level is stage 1, the one we are in right now. There are more rooms. Total rooms that we have to get through as quickly as possible. We're looking for anything closer to 3 minutes, hopefully nothing above 4 minutes if we're going to be on any sort of PB pace. And we're just looking, and so all of these rooms are randomized too. All of these are put together like Lego blocks. Everybody makes a different choice. Yeah, I know, I ain't got time to go for it though.
That's good, that's good, that's good. Yeah.
But we're already at the first boss. Now, at the end of each level, there's there's a boss, and there are 2 bosses for each level. So we got an okay one. Honestly, the first two bosses don't matter. It's the third and the fourth boss that makes or breaks the cake here.
Exactly, as we're gonna be able to eliminate the first boss, Luwu! One of the classic boss since the beginning of the game that got created for this game. And we are doing a pretty good job. And Solis, I am glad to tell you that I got Deadly Curse, which is one of the most powerful scrolls, but it's also the deadliest one. Basically what happened is you got 75% more damage. However, you are losing a lot of HP. So you are becoming literally a glass cannon. So just one hit could make you go down.
All right, while we're entering this desert stage, if you guys have donations, go ahead and read off a couple.
Okay. Kergiby donates $5, who says, been looking forward to this run since it was announced. Helping behind the scenes doesn't mean I can't love watching it too. Good luck on the Gunfire Reborn run, Solis and Blake.
Thank you very much.
Aw, thank you.
As we are now on the second world, just like Solis said, there's gonna be one room left. Red chest. It's only HP money.
Yeah.
So the levels are gonna be becoming much longer, just like Solis said. But this is where it's gonna be interesting.
It is interesting. So there's less rooms, but the enemies get harder and scale upwards as you grow more powerful. So in a sense, they can become harder and longer than more rooms in the first level. But we're really, so my protege friend here, Blake, he's my carry. And basically, he's going to try and do so much damage, it's ridiculous. And I'm just along for the ride. That's in the perfect world to get our PB or to make good times. I play the slowest character in the game called Crown Prince. He's one of the original 3 that came out with this game. He's just really fun casually, and I just like refuse to give up on him.
Pretty much, yeah, since the beginning. I mean, we've played this game for like what, 3 years, and you never change.
Yeah. To give you guys an example though, our PB is in 14 minutes and 26 seconds. It's the top 10. We are the 10th time on these speedrun.com leaderboards. And the world record is 8:40 by Jack Please and the Kid 217. So there's about 6 minutes between the first world record holder and our 10th place time. But it opens up the ability that you don't have to go for some crazy meta to come and speedrun this game. You can just grab a friend, get your account level up to a certain level, because there are talents. There's kind of like a Borderlands skill tree that works across all of your heroes, which is like the Crown Prince and the Owl he's playing. And yeah, you just get your levels up, and then you can play and have fun, and then when you get bored, just speedrun it.
Exactly, as we are now in the third room. Oh, so far, things has been pretty good on my side, I will say. I mean, I got damage level 3, I got the cards that we basically need. So the challenge for me is gonna be trying to look to get, as we call in the Ascension, the Infinite card, which is Under Control level 3. Right now I am level 2, but if we have Under Control level 3, the amount of cards that I will be able to have until the end will be very important, because what you want to do is you want to try and hold W, just trying to run as fast as you can without stopping. And so far, this has been a pretty good start for the beginning.
Arguably, and this is the funny thing, is by playing not only the not damaging and like OP character, he's also like the slowest character in the game. He needs some movement speed buffs. Come on, game devs, give Crown Prince a little bit of love, please. Make him just like, I don't know, 0.5% faster. I don't know. No, like 50% faster would probably put me in the range, but I am personally looking for a scroll called Advanced Depot, and then I have a Demon Lore now. It's a specific scroll weapon combo that allows me to do an incredible amount of damage.
Just like what's happening on this boss.
A sub 7? Are you kidding me?
We have a very good time, ladies and gentlemen. We have a very good time for the moment. Now we're hoping, of course, like Solis said, to have I have dual edge.
You have dual edge too? Oh, we're set. All right. Actually, do you want unfettered will as well? I mean, it just adds damage to you.
Yeah, it does add damage. So basically, in Gunfire Reborn, in terms of the speedruns, most of the time you're gonna try to look for two important scrolls, which are called Deadly Curse and Dual Edge. Deadly Curse increase the damage, as I told at the beginning, but you also have Dual Edge, which every enemies that you're going to eliminate will add up some stacks. Those stacks, each stack is going to increase 1% damage. However, you're going to lose some resistance in exchange. So now when we said one hit and die, that's good.
So here's the thing, yeah. So basically, we're at the point where Blake is just doing. Will continue to snowball and gain more and more damage, more and more and more damage. It's very exciting because this is absolutely PB pace. I don't think we have a 7-minute time on our practices yet, or a sub-7, so that's sick. Yes, in chat, you were incredibly right. Those are stats. You should look at that chat. He's so slow, but remember, me and Blake have a top 10 time, so we're saying. Come on, come play, come speedrun, have fun.
Exactly. And Gunfire Reborn is a very, very fun game. A lot of people are playing casually, but there's also a nice group of speedrunners playing this game. Shout out to The Kid, for example, who really bring us
when you're ready to skip.
The beginning. Okay, we can skip.
Okay, we're skipping to save time. So those goblets are great, but once Blake can do enough damage and we know we're able to basically, you'll see, just like the second level's boss, we're basically one-shotting stuff. We skip the end goblets because that takes time.
It does take time. Most of the time when you're gonna wait, oh, it's on the left. Most of the time when you're going to wait, you're gonna lose 1 or 2 seconds because you have the animation of the chest. You want to have a look at the choices that you're going to have for the ascensions. So by skipping it right now, we are going to be able to maybe remove 2 to 3 seconds per room,
just on those chests alone.
Which is honestly very good
for things to spawn, which is unfortunate. This game does that.
Yep, on the top. We're good to
go.
Just one left.
Yeah, one last spawn, yep.
And just go.
Yep, sorry, we are in full-on focus mode. So what we need you guys to wish, we need your spirit energy. We're talking Spirit Bomb Goku stuff here. Everybody in chat, we need you guys to wish for us to have the Hydra boss on the 3rd level. And we need access to the Pole Monarch in the 4th level. If we get that, you might see a speedrun PB here. We might try and climb that ladder.
And meanwhile, while we are pushing forward, if there are even more donation, please take it away.
Okay, let me just do a quick refresh.
Yeah.
All right. None new since last time, but we still have plenty of incentives and bid wars open for the Final Fantasy 16 run coming up. See, we are just starting the Fight the Tonberry King incentive. We do have some towards the Pet the Torgal, and so far it looks like English is in the lead for the voice language bid war.
Very, very good. We're almost there. And now we're hoping for the Hydra. We are hoping for the Hydra.
If we get a Hydra, we get a 2-3 shot boss. Let's go!
We got a Hydra!
I'm just running forward because you're going to kill this thing before there's a chance. So I want you all to know this. When you start this game on level 1 account level, you probably won't make it past the first stage. I died to the golem multiple times before I was able to finally beat the first level. We're going to kill this thing in about 2 seconds, and you're... Just watch.
A little bit more than 2 seconds.
Wow.
A little bit more than 2 seconds.
Oh, we're slow. Reset.
No.
So I actually have to call this out right now, chat. I have to say this category doesn't count because we are currently doing a tool assisted run because we have a protogen.
Wow.
So yeah, that was the boss we needed. We only need one more boss. There's only 2 more stages left. Our end game timer is at 10:27, and somewhere between 2 and 2.5 minutes is the quickest we can do the final run through the final boss, which means we would PB at just under 14.
All right.
So,
Let's see how it's gonna go.
if there's any more donations, go for it.
Okay, quick refresh. Again, none since the last update, but
Okay,
if you
got
want to get your donation in and have your messages read in my lovely voice, !donate in chat.
We have gotten a very unlucky amount of challenge rooms. This is one of the highest amount of challenge rooms we've had. So you see on the right, there's demonic aura possession. That means there's just a random modifier to the enemies that buffs them and makes them stronger or debuffs us. Random things to make the room a little bit harder. Very fortunately, we didn't get the worst one possible. And what that is it basically puts a little egg shield around every enemy and makes them a lot longer to kill. It's just so much slower and so bad.
It is very, very long indeed, but so far
Oh, we're making good time.
things are going pretty well for the moment. Now, we need to keep up in pace. We need to hold that W.
I'm focused in right now because this is a person like we could PB, we could move up the rankings at this point. We're talking we're like a minute from the end if things go well and this isn't a super long level.
It's all the way there. That is looking good. Trying to get a little bit more cards all the way to the end.
So to give you again, our PB is 14:26. It's the in-game timer you see underneath the map. Since we got a little bit of time here and I can just talk a little bit because I mean why not? Blake's doing all the work for me anyways. This game is available on all major consoles. We're talking Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, Android, iOS. Very fun game. Heavily think you should check it out. On Steam, a total bundle right now is under $40, and that gets you access to 12 heroes, all of the stuff. It's crazy.
It is incredible. There's one
Get
behind.
that guy.
Yep, done. Done.
All right, we go for PB right now.
Pull Monarch.
Pull Monarch. We need the Pull Monarch. Oh my god!
Oh my god!
This could be a live PB. What the heck? What?
We go to the end. We go to the end, chat. We are going to the end, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, with that damage, this is PB. This is PB.
Time will end when the cinematic will appear, when the enemy will be down completely. So at the cinematic.
It's a sub 14 PB.
So
baby.
here we go, and time. What?
Oh, I gotta look that up. Sorry, you're all gonna have to wait. Speedrun.com. Where does that put us? That's a 13 what? It's a 13 what, Blake?
That is a... Give me 1 second. It is a 13 minutes and 19 seconds.
We just moved up to 7th place.
We got a new PB, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go!
Oh my goodness.
Just also, I'm gonna hold C and show you the damage difference. Blake did over 20, almost 21 million. I did 1.1 million. I'm literally the emotional support wolf in this.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe we just PB'd on
It's
fastest
incredible.
It is amazing. So I didn't say this at the beginning of the run because I said there's so much RNG in this game, and I was like, there's no possible way we're gonna PB on this stream. I get paid tomorrow. I am donating $100 tomorrow for the PB on this stream.
Oh god.
It's gonna be $20 for a successful run. It's gonna be $100 for the PB, going to a great charity, Trans Lifeline. I'll have to choose a nice incentive as well. That's crazy.
That is incredible. Like, I didn't expect that we're gonna do a PB.
That is phenomenal.
Oh my
Big shout outs to everybody here at Fastest First. Thanks for having us, letting us be the only co-op run. It's so cool being able to run with my good friend Blake. I love this guy to death.
And honestly, a massive shout out to the Gunfire speedrun community as well. They were here since the beginning when we started speedrunning this game. They were here giving us tips, giving us some strategies, some synergies that it could be interesting to use in the future. And tonight it proved with
Oh, it's
all the
amazing.
work and determination, we got a new personal best, me and Solis. And of course, a big shout out to my friend Solis. I mean, we've been playing this
Aw.
game for
Years.
more than 3 years. More than 3 years together. And to be all the way now, starting as just playing casually to being here live on Fastest First, this is an incredible
Showcasing-
story.
It's showcasing a great game. It's incredibly fun casually. You can have up to 3 friends, a 4-player co-op experience. There's vaults. We didn't even talk about vaults. There's really slow things called vaults that you can do. Usually a casual run, if you do them all, takes about an hour. So go have some fun with your friends. Go pick this up on Steam, Xbox, whatever your console of choice is. Now, do remember, it is not cross-platform. But absolutely check this game out. Come join the speedrunning community. Make it a little bit more competitive, but just come here and have fun because, again, I speedrun the slowest character. My carry is the Owlboy himself, the Proto-Gen Blake. So thank you so much for having us, of course.
Oh, goodness.
That was crazy.
That was incredible. But also, very, very quickly, while we are still here, if you guys want to have a look, because me and Solis, we are also doing some stream. We also do a lot of streams. So if you guys want to have a look at my channel, twitch.tv/BlakeProd, I do a lot of speedrun, a lot of casuals, but also some competitive League of Legends and all of that. And of course, Solis.
Oh yeah, and yeah, I do a lot of variety streams. Doing a lot of web fishing lately, and just been hanging out. We play very, very randomly. Me and Blake will just decide to start doing these runs on Gunfire Reborn, so you may see us together. And other than that, I've just been playing Baldur's Gate on Wednesdays. It's my first playthrough, so no spoilers. Yeah, play a lot of games, have a lot of fun. Love you guys. Love Trans Lifeline, phenomenal charity. Glad we could help be here and raise some money for a great cause.
Love you all.
Seriously. Bye.
From 10th up to 7th. Again, give it up for Solis and Blake for that incredible run of Gunfire Reborn. Wow. It's always good to see a live PB on a marathon. And some of you have been doing incredible on your own because we got a nice little handful of donations. First up, we have Sev donating toward the Pet Tutorial Incentive, $25, who says, Pet Pupperinos for trans rights. Also, this GR run is nuts. Glad I got to see it. Me too, Sev. Me too. Thank you very much. Up next, we have Lorigami donating $25 towards the Fight the Tonberry King incentive. Thank you very much for your donation. Then we have $5 from Simply Lego, who puts toward the English in the voice language bid war and just says, ooh woo. But like the capital O, because like the eyes are big and wide because they're stunned from just that incredible run. Thank you for your donation. Okay. Rainbow Unicorn Phoenix donates $10. And he says, gotta pet the bestest boy. Good luck, Blaze. Amazing community and marathon and all for a fantastic cause. Exactly. Thank you very much for your donation. Reddick puts $5 toward the Tonberry King incentive. Of course, thank you very much. That's right. Moon Blaze Wolf's Final Fantasy 16 run is going to be the next run. keep those donations coming. We are at an incredible $2,643 for the wonderful charity of Trans Lifeline. Thank you all so much for your generosity. You are watching Fastest Furs Fall Fest 2024 in support of Trans Lifeline. In 2024, November 13th to the 19th marked the annual Transgender Awareness Week, and November 20th marked the annual Transgender Day of Remembrance. We are proud to be putting on this event in the hope of raising awareness of the issues facing transgender and gender nonconforming people everywhere. We encourage you to support Trans Lifeline and their life-saving work by making your donation using the command !donate in chat. And for more information, please visit www.translifeline.org. And we are Team Fastest Furs. Team Fastest Furs is a community of furry speedrunners that is welcoming and open to all. We currently host 2 charity speedrun marathons per year in the spring and fall, and support ongoing community events throughout the year, such as our Fastest Furs Community Showcase series. Whether you're an active speedrunner or just someone who's curious about the hobby or our events, you can join us on our Discord by using the command !Discord in chat. All right, and looks like we have an interview set up, so let's go right to it.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to Fastest Furs Fall Fest 2024. Today I am here with our upcoming Lethal Company runner, Choco Muffin. How are you doing today, Choco?
I am doing quite swell. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. This is a very stacked first day, and of course your run is part of that, so I'm excited for you and also just like very happy about the schedule in general. But let's focus in on your run a bit here, because you're running a very, very popular game that I want to ask a few questions about.
You could say popular.
Yeah, you could say. But starting off, Lethal Company is kind of this game all about the risk and reward. You can stay on a moon for a longer amount of time to get more loot, but the longer you stay, the more monsters that have a chance to spawn and kill you. How does the speedrun kind of play around this dynamic? Would you say that you lean more into the risk or the safety?
Definitely safety for this run, considering it's a one reset type thing. You can easily get moved away by certain enemies and have to leave the facility for a certain amount of time, but that's just for the overall feel of the run. For early moons and quotas, there should be very minimal risk of this, other than the occasional locked door or bracken jump scare. The early game is really easy to kind of rely on. As for later, on Titan, we leave before 1 p.m. usually to avoid the giants and forest keeper spawns, as well as eyeless dogs that could be a problem, considering you make a lot of noise dropping the loot behind you. Staying a bit longer when there's a known loot area is also smart, as opposed to hoping and praying on the following days, which have a chance themselves to be much more dangerous with weather, specifically eclipse days, where those outdoor enemies can easily kill a run, even if you play your cards perfectly.
Yeah, and also a big thing is you're playing solo. You don't have like a friend as a contingency. If you die, it's
oh yeah,
rough
all your
out there.
loot is gone.
So definitely makes sense. You want to play it safe, but you still do need enough loot to meet your quotas. When it comes to finding loot, is there any particular strategy for how much you're picking up per day, or is it kind of like a vibe due to the game's randomness making it hard to be consistent?
It's definitely more of a vibe thing. You scan at the start of most of your days just to kind of get a feel for how much you should be getting. Other than in high quota where you grab everything, for speedruns, we just hope there are close loot rooms and no mansions. All the loot is close to the exits, so you can just get in and out as fast as possible, while also getting a good amount of loot. And playing safe, of course, always good. You don't want to stay too long because the indoor enemies also pile up at some points, making it really difficult to get that loot out. I'll be very aware of those pesky brackens in corners.
Of course, hopefully none of them get you. Or they do if it's funny. That's the point of the game, I think. So, yeah, and you'll be going all the way up to quota 6 in this run, and that's like, what, usually around 1,000 scrap?
Yeah, 1,000 scrap on the final quota. Over time, it's like around, I'd say, like 2,500. Of course, in 10 quota, you need a lot more, because the quotas just go up and up. But for early game, we sell to the company usually a day earlier, skipping the final day. And when that happens, all of your scrap is worth around 77%. Most runners, including myself, use a calculator to find what they need to sell and or what to save on the ship towards the next quota. Those quotas are also random. We could need an upwards of 300 or more scrap on average just because the game said so.
All right, well, it sounds like you're prepared to collect a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But let's focus on the other aspect of exploring, the monsters that spawn. Are there any monsters that are just kind of like a game over when you see them, and it's just you just have to go next, you can't really do much? Or would you say everything is like dealable?
Most things are pretty dealable. You can easily get jump scared by, like I said, one of those brackens in a corner that you didn't check. A few can definitely ruin a good run. They're mainly thumpers, and I mentioned before, forest keepers, as they're pretty hard to avoid in the openness of the moons themselves. Normally in casual play, you can work around them to get more loot with shovels or shotguns, but we will only have ourselves and the scrap around us. I'll definitely be playing safer than usual to avoid those easy mistakes and a potential death where I should have easily made it out alive.
Yeah, like you said, with casual play, you don't have some tools that normal people probably would, especially the ability to deal damage. But it sounds like you're going to be dealing with a lot. So to kind of end it off...
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, to end it off, I thought I'd ask you a much more lighthearted question about the game, because the game is a lot more than its scary elements. It's also about having fun. Do you have a favorite ship decoration?
I do. It would easily be the goldfish for me. He does absolutely nothing but float around, but fish are awesome sauce. So there's no personal bias, I swear.
Of course. I believe my favorite was always the TV, because sometimes the cat would show up on the TV.
The mods for that are really fun.
I can imagine. So yeah, that's all the questions I have for you today. I hope you had a great day, because you do have a pretty late night run. So best of luck on your run. I hope the game isn't too scary so you can get some good rest after.
Appreciate it.
All right, and thank you, Lori, for that wonderful interview. Muffin Meow's Lethal Company run is after Final Fantasy 16 run, and we still have plenty of incentives for that. You can fight the Tonberrykin, which we're actually making some pretty good progress on. Almost about a fifth of the way there. You can pet the Torgal. And English still has a commanding lead for the voice language bid war. But remember, when making a donation, don't forget to assign it to an incentive or a bid war. This option will be visible while filling in your donation, and that helps make the marathon the best it can be. So all marathon, you can use the command !incentives in chat. Yeah, we are getting some hype for the Lethal Company speedrun. And also, thank you, Solis, for that incredible run. You're thanking me. I figure, the runners make this happen. And of course, everyone out there donating, making Fastest Furs the wonderful community that it is. And you can follow us today on Blue Sky for community updates and exciting moments from this weekend's speedrunning action. Use the command code !BlueSky in chat for a link, or find us by searching at fastestfurs.com. And Fastest Furs Fall Fest 2024 is our 12th event as an organization and our 5th consecutive year raising money for Trans Lifeline. If you want to catch up on past events, the Team Fastest Furs YouTube page contains a playlist from each marathon, and videos from this marathon will be added shortly after the event has concluded. Get subscribed now by using the command !YouTube and following the link. We are happy to share that we will be returning to Furry Week in Atlanta in 2025 for another in-person speedrunning event, and we'd love to see you there. FWA 2025 will take place in Atlanta, Georgia from May 8th to May 11th, 2025. You can register today to take advantage of early bird pricing, as well as browse hotel and other hotel options. Use the command !FWA for a link to the event site, or visit www.furryweekend.com.